Shital, to introduce to some information, you've done 61 sessions, which is great. You're also an employee, you're working somewhere. So I congratulate you that after your work, tomorrow's a holiday, you've taken time to learn, which is very good.
Thank you.
Limited time, Shital. So I want to give you the maximum in limited time. Okay?
Yeah.
I would only suggest at some point, maybe after the class or whenever you get time, go through that session which comes to you, especially the vocabulary and the other things. Okay? I'm going to give you 3 tips which are very important for you so that you make maximum use of whomsoever you're doing the sessions with. Okay? Shital, the first thing is, do you know how to drive a cycle?
I don't know how to drive a cycle, but I ride scooty.
No problem. Do you know how to make a cup of tea?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So you make a cup of tea on a gas, isn't it? Or a stove or whatever. Okay.
Yes.
So now learning English is like making a cup of tea. I can make you sit down on a chair and tell you how to make the tea. You can note it down, you can by heart it, but somewhere maybe your mother, your brother, your sister, someone actually took you to the kitchen, okay, switched on the gas for you, pani garam kiya, put it on the fire, told you you have to heat the water, and in case you want to put ginger, mash, take out some ginger, cut it, mash it, put the tea leaves, okay? So learning English is similar to making tea. There is only one way to learn English. You have to actually do it, okay? So just like how you learn to make tea, you were making it actually. The first time you would not have made the greatest tea, but people said, okay, good. Then you slowly started making and you become perfect. Today, no one has to tell you. You automatically do it like you're doing a normal task. Okay?
Yeah.
Learning English is like that. So at this stage, you must practice a lot of English. Whether it's you feel it's wrong, whether it's right, don't worry about it at all. But similarly, in English, the first thing you do in English is speak.
Yes.
Okay? The second thing you do in English is you hear, you listen. Okay?
Yeah.
The third thing you do is you learn to write. And the fourth thing is you read.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
So you have already started speaking. Now you must go to step number 2, which is hearing English.
I am also started listening and reading.
Very good. One thing I will suggest here for listening English, watch English news if you can. I can understand that you may not be interested in the politics, you are not interested in what is happening, but one example, whichever language, if it is Hindi, the person who reads the news will be speaking correct Hindi. If you go to see a picture, they will speak Bombay Hindi, which is different from Delhi Hindi, which is different from, Hindi in different places. But English news will always be correct English. Just like Hindi news will be correct Hindi, Marathi news reader will speak correct Marathi.
Yeah.
Okay. So English news, whichever channel you want, you hear, spend 10 minutes. Only hear the news, hear the English language, not so much the news content. So you must be concentrating on the language because correct language will be used. What they say is not important. Correct language must be used. Okay.
Okay.
You have a bank account?
Yeah.
Okay. So you keep putting money in it. When you put money in it, your bank account grows. Okay. English language also is like a bank account. In this, you have to put words, vocabulary, verbs, vocabulary.
Yeah.
So when you hear the English news, you will be in your bank account, be putting new words. Every time you hear the news, and you hear good channels, you will be hearing good English. What they say is not important, but those words will be your bank balance. And the good part of this is this bank balance will never come down. It will only increase. You spend more from this bank balance, your balance will keep going up. Okay. Yeah. So when you learn a lot of words, you will find you're speaking also more fluently. You may not notice, others will notice. Are Baba, Shital is speaking very good English. I remember 6 months back, she was hesitating to speak, but now she's speaking very nice. So the only way is you increase your balance, hear good news. When you hear all this, you're adding your bank balance. So that must be very clear in your mind. See, I have to increase my vocabulary and words. Okay? So you here add to your vocabulary. And one more very important thing is, because you're working in an office, what kind of office are you working in?
I'm working as an HR executive there.
Very good. HR executive, very important job. Your job means you're meeting so many people.
Yes.
Okay. So you will be meeting people when you're hiring them. You will be meeting people when you're firing them. You will be meeting people when they have problems.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Your communication has to be very good.
Yeah.
Okay. And you must also know, maybe you would already know, because in your HR training, they would have taught you the most careful handling is when an employee is fired. He is otherwise itself very emotionally upset. So you have to handle them very carefully, not push them, because they can get abusive. Their anger can come out on you because it will not come out on the MD. Though it is the MD's decision, it will come out on the HR person. So you have to tactfully handle. Okay.
Yeah. With polite language.
Correct. Now for that, what is important is presentation. Now, every day your office will not call Shital for a presentation, but Shital herself, once in a week or twice in a week, whenever she gets time, you make different scenes. You say, okay, I'm hiring an employee. I'm hiring IT person. I'm hiring another HR person. I'm hiring an accounts person. Okay. And you make a presentation on a piece of paper, stand in front of a mirror in your house. Okay, so that you're not bothered how you this thing. If you make any mistake, no one else is watching you. Okay. So your confidence itself will go up when no one is watching you. You can make a fool of yourself, only you're seeing. Okay. And you try to make actual presentation to your own self. Yes. Sometimes don't prepare, only prepare the subject. Don't prepare what you are going to say. This will help you in two ways. Your English language will improve. Suddenly, when you get stuck by not knowing what to say, your body language you will be able to see in the mirror. Sometimes when you don't know what to say, you will look down. Your shoulders will go up. They might have taught you in HR. See, if a person gets scared or, has been telling lies and gets caught, then he is looking down. He doesn't want to see you in the eye. So these things, when you do presentation and you are stuck, you will find automatically your body will be doing these movements without you telling your body to do it. But you will get to know because in front of the mirror, you're seeing yourself. And when you do these presentations, you will find in 2-3 weeks, your own English will improve. The way you present with whatever you have will also improve.
Yes. My confidence will be improved.
Yes. Now, what is the difference between your mother and you? Your mother cooks. You also cook?
Yeah.
The biggest difference between your mother and your cooking will be your mother will be able to make anything about any vegetable which is there. आज फ्रिज खोल के देखा सिर्फ प्याज पड़ा है और कुछ भी नहीं है तो only with one प्याज and tomato she will make some sabji and she will be able to pass it off because she is expert. She knows how to handle. So when you learn to handle English language with whatever words you have, you will give your best presentation. You don't have to read Renan Martin to know, what words you have to use.
Right.
So my 3 tips, okay? Hear English news.
Listening news.
Number 2, try to speak as much as you can in English. Okay?
Yeah.
And third is make some presentations of scenes like recruiting employee, sacking an employee, make an assumption there that sacked employee is coming to you and is fighting with you.
Yeah.
How are you going to handle?
I will do that.
Okay. It will be a very good experience, when you assume these situations and you do it, you will suddenly find tomorrow you may have to put anything into practice also. Like, in the army, they teach a soldier lot of things. Like in case another enemy is in front with a gun and you don't have anything, your chance to stay alive is only 1%. Because he's got the gun, you don't have a gun. But even that 1% utilize to see if you can save your life. So the same manner, you have to learn all these tricks. You don't know when you will use these tricks. And then at that moment when it actually comes, it is then God's grace that you have to remember it and put it to use also.
Yeah, it is useful for that.
Now I want to hear what else you have. So I can hear you also speaking to me. Now, till now I've been talking.
Yeah, I really like your tips. Before your session, I made a lot of tutors before that, but no one gives for examples like you.
No, because this is the only way to learn English conversation. I don't have to teach you how to write. I don't have to teach you how to be an HR employee. There, if you have any tips, I can give you a few tips, but that is a function you may probably know better than me. Yeah. But with how to accumulate conversation skill, how to accumulate words in your bank balance of words, these are things which you must learn and put to use. Okay. Yeah. And one more tip for the day. So I've given you 3. I'm going to give you one more. 4th tip. Very important. Who all are there in your house?
In my house, me and my little girl. She is 5 years old, and my husband.
And your husband. So you do one thing now. You tell your husband is also working?
Yeah.
Okay. What does he do?
He work at a corporation.
Okay. Very good. So you make one announcement to your husband. Tell him, look, my objective now is to learn English. So, dear husband, I am now going to talk to you only in English. And I want you to speak to me only in English. Yeah. Even if it is wrong or right, only English. Okay. So, and Shital, this has 2 very important benefits. One benefit which I am telling you, which you are understanding, is that you are going to converse in English. It will help your conversation. Okay. The second advantage, which you might not have realized, which I am telling you, because I am an old man, I know it, it will help you improve your relationship with your husband.
Yeah.
Because आप बात करेंगे अंग्रेजी में, you will talk to him, you will have more conversation with him, so both of you will get together to talk a little bit, and that is very important for a relationship.